house at the end of the road. I shouldn't be alive to tell you this story. I shouldn't be here at all. Because the night I knocked on that door, the night I stepped inside, I never should have come back. But I did. And now, I don't know if I ever really left. It started with a storm. Thick black clouds had swallowed the sky, and the wind howled through the trees, shaking the bare branches like bony fingers scratching at the night. I was driving home late, the road slick with rain, when my headlights flickered. Then, the engine sputtered. And just like that, my car died. The silence was suffocating. I tried the ignition once, twice. Nothing. My phone had no service, and the road behind me was empty. Just miles and miles of twisting pavement, stretching into the black. Then I saw it. A house. The only house. At the very end of the road. Its windows were dark. No lights, no sign of life. But I had no choice. So I stepped out into the storm, the rain drenching me instantly, my feet sloshing through the mud as I walked up the long, uneven driveway. Something felt off. The house was old, Victorian, maybe, but the wood was warped, the paint peeling in long, curling strips, like the house itself was rotting. And the door was open. Just slightly. Like it had been waiting for me. I hesitated. I should have turned back. But a distant thunderclap rattled the sky, and the rain lashed against my skin. I stepped inside. And the moment I did, the door slammed shut behind me. The air was damp, heavy. The scent of wet wood and something sour clung to the walls. A single light flickered in the hallway ahead, barely illuminating the peeling wallpaper and the old, dust-choked carpet. I called out. No answer. The house was wrong. It felt too big, like the walls stretched farther than they should. The ceiling arched high into shadows, and the doors lining the hallway stood open, revealing rooms swallowed in blackness. Then I heard it. Footsteps. Soft, careful, coming from the second floor. Someone was here. I turned, gripping the door handle. Locked. A breath of cold air crept down the back of my neck. And then, from upstairs, a voice. You shouldn't be here. I ran. Deeper into the house, blindly turning corners, slipping through doorways, my heartbeat hammering in my ears. But the hallways, they didn't end. They twisted and turned, folding into each other, stretching into the dark like a maze with no exit. And then, I saw them. The mirrors, lining the walls, stretching from floor to ceiling. But the reflections weren't mine. They were wrong. Figures stood in the glass, shifting in the dim light, their eyes too dark, too hollow. I took a step closer. So did they. But when I lifted my hand, they didn't. They just stared. Unmoving, unblinking. And one by one, they smiled. Then, something moved behind me. A tall, thin shadow, standing just at the edge of the dim light. I couldn't see its face, but I could feel its breath. Cold, slow, right against my neck. It whispered, "You're already home." And then, the mirrors shattered. I woke up outside. Lying in the middle of the road, my clothes der Ypsilon, my caritling beside em ewige door wide open. It was morning. The storm was gone. And when I turned to look, the house wasn't there. There was nothing at the end of the road. No house. No driveway. Just trees. And silence. I should have forgotten. I should have moved on. But last night, I woke up in my apartment. And there, standing in the dark, was a mirror. One I didn't own. And when I looked into it, I saw them. All of them. Staring back at me. And behind them, a door. Slightly open. Waiting.